Well, I'm not sure if it's necessarily realistic or not, but I'll tell you what. When you go in Football Manager and you take a look at what the crowd and everybody's saying about your tactics or whatever else, they'll never say anything good about you. I've seen this screen over and over again where the board expectation is that we're going to lose. We haven't lost a lot of those matches. We've won at least one, we've drawn two. So it doesn't really mean much of anything at all. But when you look over here into performance, you can go over here into performance. This is a variant. Remember, I'm using it's the Mustermann skin. A little bit different than how it looks in the base game. This will tell you what the actual feedback is. You'll see that people like the quality of pressing and display when we use those tactics. You can look here at match performance. They thought we had an A+ job, the board that is, against Chippenham, despite the fact that we drew, and also an A against Hampton and Richmond, despite the fact that we drew that match as well. The supporters gave us an A for that and then an A+ for the other. So they like what we're doing. They like to see that we're performing well, or at least relatively well against bigger teams. They wish that we hadn't have lost to Oxford City, but that's not an F. That's just a C-. It's not too bad. You can also look here, however, at tactics, and this is where it becomes really interesting, right? So I mean, there's not really much notable supporter input here other than just ditch this. We don't like this tactic. Why are we doing this, right? The fans are happy with the impact that our formation has had in recent matches. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these social media posts, which are on here for some strange reason, tell me to ditch it, right? So the board thinks that we've given up too many goals. We have given up quite a few goals. They're unhappy with the recent series of poor results, but they're not really unhappy about it because they like what we've been doing and they like the match results. I mean, in the end, like, what the game is telling you is that, like, it doesn't know what it is that you want, right? The thing is a big contradiction, right? This social media stuff here is completely useless. I don't remember what year it was that they put that in, but it doesn't mean anything at all, right? It doesn't matter if you have a great support by your fans or not, right? We're getting about the same number of fans at every one of our matches at home, 200 to 300 maybe. 300 there against Kings Lynn for that loss. We had 700 here for the second round of the FA Cup, And, I mean, that's basically what we're seeing. We have 500 for this win against Sheffield, but that was the big rival match, I mean, we're getting about the same number of supporters every match except for this friendly, right? And that's because it's a friendly against the city of Liverpool, which we won, thank you very much. I mean, it doesn't matter. The supporters are not punishing us for using the wrong tactic or for doing the wrong thing or whatever, So I don't know. This whole thing is it's just kind of weird. Like, why is that in the game, right? It'll tell you stuff. And I know that Sports Interactive is trying to make it so that it makes more of a difference. Like, it'll tell you, like, the amount of influence that the supporters have on the board. It's moderate influence, right? And we have a grand total of 682 social media followers and stuff like that, all of which is okay, but it doesn't mean anything, right? Like, here we go. When I go back to the tactics, if every supporter that we care about is telling us to get rid of them, and yet the board is happy for the most part with how things are going, like, why is this even here? What is it supposed to do? What am I supposed to do with this information, right? Am I supposed to ditch everything and start over again, right? I mean, I don't know. Classic social media, though, by the way, where they tell you we don't like what you're doing, despite the fact that overall the spokesman of supporters does like it, and then nobody gives you any like direct feedback as to you should change it with this or change it with that. If you look back, you'll realize that after every win, the supporters will say they like what we do. After every draw or loss, they say they hate what we're doing, right? So, I mean, there it is. There you have it. I would argue that given the lack of talent that we have, the number of goals we have conceded is a lot less than we would under any normal tactic. That's my defense for using this. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Talk to you later. Bye.